Hello everyone, hope you're all well. It's a beautiful day, absolutely stunning. I was out very early this morning with Cara, my daughter's dog, who's staying with me for a little while, and what I thought I'd do today, so anyway, I hope you're all well, by the way, is I was working in my, let me show you. Show you this. So I was working in this, which some of you will all recognise. Just check you can see it. Yeah, it's my gorgeous nature journal that I made last year, and I was working in it, and I wasn't sure whether I did film it, but I wasn't sure if you wanted to see it. When I was working on it yesterday, I was looking for some backing paper, and I came across this, which is, you know, packing paper that you get in your parcels. And then I was just messing about with it, and then I realised that it can be folded. So you can tear strips off, like, so you can tear a strip off like this, and it's doubled over like that, with glued in the centre. And then I thought to myself, well, you could make a really nice little book. Now, it could be a book that you could use in a journal, or it could be a journal in itself. So you could have, you know, a handful of papers. The other thing was you can double it over, so you can take two off, and you could do it like that. You still have some really good sized pages. You have the seam in the centre, so you could split pages if you wanted to and work with them that way, or you could glue something across just to make sure that they don't split, or you might do that anyway when you're decorating the pages. But if you wanted to, for example, you could have one of the pages split like that, and or you could create a pocket, for example. So lots of options. So if you've got any of this lying around, I think it would be worth using in this way. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little journal, or a little notebook, well, no, a journal. I'm going to decorate it. So I'll have some decorated pages, and some will be, now you could do it that way and have it as a little notebook as well. So you could have it so that you fold it up that way. This one is a bit distorted. I wonder if there's more. I'll use, there's one that isn't quite so. Try using this here. You could fold it like that. No, it needs to be flattened. So yeah, I'll take these apart, and I'll use these because they're flat. So the other ones are fine to use. I just, you know, want to use as flat as possible. And I've got some nice things to decorate them with. I've got some book pages and things like that I can decorate with. So there's another one. So how many pages am I going to have? So if I put them together like this, so as I said, you could use it that way, or you could use it that way, and then, you know, you can, just wondering whether to use this, you know, and staple it, or whether to sew it. But you've got all these pages, look. So what I might do then, actually I'm going to stitch it, I think I'm going to stitch it together. well, let's decorate it first. Okay, so I'm just going to move these out the way a minute, because we can always add more. So I'm thinking about a cover. Now, shall I make a cover, a different cover? I think I will, you know. I might use card or something. But right now, these are going to be my pages. So let's do one at a time, one set at a time. Let me just get my bond folder. There, that will help. I'm just going to grab this board. I know it's a bit grubby, but I just want something to rest on. There. Right, now I have found these. These were sent to me a while ago, and I just wondered whether to put something like that. I think they're so pretty. You know, to put something like that on would be nice, I think. So I think I'll do that as a nice little page. And I mean, I could add more things to it, but let's have a look. Let's just take that little bit off. And then I've got some writing space down there, or I can add things in there. So I think I'll do that. I could even glue that to there, like that, and then so it's gone over the page. I might do that actually. So that's our first. Yeah. Trying to think. Yeah, as I say, it's a beautiful day out there, and I took Cara out very early this morning, sort of 7:30ish, and I did some foraging. So we went for a walk. We did her ball throwing. I think I mentioned she's ball obsessed, so she won't stop. Yeah, I might leave it like that, you know, and then I can add something to the back. Oops, oh dear. All right. It's already, yeah, I'm just going to take it off in a minute because it wasn't straight, so I'll do it that way. Might be better. I can't see where it, there. And there, okay. Yeah, that's better. I'll have to just add a bit more glue on there and fold it over. Right, okay, so I'm there. Well, I messed about with it too much. So, okay, so that's the first little page, and I'm going to put something on there because that extends the page again, so it's adding more pages in already. Let me think. I've got my paper close by. What have I got? Just looking for some scrap paper. See if I can put something over the top of it. Sorry about this. I'm not very well prepared, but that's some card. That's perfect size. I mean, I wasn't going to use card, but I think I will. Yeah, let's do that then. We'll add that onto there. So I will glue on this side here. I'm going to have to take that glue off there. Okay, and then that will be somewhere to write on, plus it gives it some stability. And I'm not worried about sort of the different edges. I could, yeah, I wasn't going to cut them off, but maybe I should. Yeah, I think I will actually. Let's see, scissors. Oops. I hope you're having a nice weekend. It's been quite relaxed for me, which is nice. So I could, if I wanted, I could draw on there. I could do all sorts of different things. I'm going to make, I don't know why, but I want it a bit neater. Oh dear, typical. Anyway, so that's going on there like that. Now I could write on there, I could decorate it some more by adding a label or something else. So I'm going to leave it for now. And of course, now I've added more pages in. So let's see what we can do on the back here. Yeah, okay, let's see what we can do here. I'm not going to use that because it's not going to dry on there. I'll use my glue board. I'll just grab it. Okay, oh, saw something in here. So this is painted tissue paper, so you could use that on one of the pages. I don't want to make them all the same. Just get some scraps out. Yeah, let's just work with some scraps. See where we get to. Right. But I've got some books here as well that I'd like to take some images out of. Now this is what I was looking for, so I think I'm going to tear that. So I'm going to use it as I'm going to decorate the page with it and use it as a background, I think. Have to cut it. I could use the yellow. Oh no, that's nice. I might use the yellow instead. Yeah, I'm going to put the yellow. I was going to put the blue, but I like the yellow. Okay, cool. So let's do yellow then. Everything went flying. So yeah, I think it's a nice little idea, you know, using up these things. I mean, I used to, when I would get a parcel, there would be, you know, I would get these bits of paper quite often, but I haven't seen any for a while, so I don't know. It would always be Amazon, I think. So I didn't really order many parcels from somewhere else, but yeah, I haven't seen anything like this for a while. These papers, I mean, the brown ones. Right, so I like that. I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and I can add something on there. Let's see what else we've got here. See if there's anything I want to add. As I said, I might use, I might do some collage. That's nice. This is something that I printed off. Can't really see it very well, but it is quite nice. I'll have a think about that. Yeah, I don't seem to have many too big. That's perfect fit, but it is something that would go that way. rather than that way. No, I think I'll leave it. I do a little collage though. I can do something with this paper here, and then add something in. I think I'll do that. I can add a bird or something. I think a book page like this always looks nice on brown paper, especially with that colour. I've got this. Yeah, I think that works. I'm going to put that, definitely put that on there. But what about like, no, I think I just prefer it like that. Yeah, I'm going to put that on them. So I'm going to leave it like that for a moment and I'll come back to it. So I'll pop that back over there. So then that one. Now, let's do another one. I was thinking this would look lovely like that, I think. So I'm going to fold it. Maybe not that one then. Maybe I will use that, you know. I think with that I would rather use it in this like this, unless I think it's going to be too big. Let me just check. In fact, I know it's going to be too big, but if I took off the top bit there, it's not too bad. Okay, well look, I'll take it off. And I'm going to take the top bit off there, because we don't need the name of them so much. Now I could do the same thing again and do a wraparound. Not a wraparound, but you know, one of those. But I'm not going to, I don't think. Could do a wraparound. Well, let's take this off. I would love to be on a beach right now. Not necessarily a hot beach, but you know, just wondering whether I should do a wraparound here. Sort of have it maybe like just split it in half like that. I think that looks nice. Yeah, I think I'll do that, and then I've got it on that side as well. So I need to take a little bit more off, so I'm going to take a bit off the bottom here. I said I didn't want to, but I'm going to have to. It's just too big. I'm rubbish at ripping, guys. I'm just rubbish. Right, okay, good. So that's going to go like that. Now, I could then use that side as a little tuck. This side I can add something else here. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so, or I could have it as a flip out. Yeah, let's do it as a flip out then. So I'm adding quite a lot to without even decorating the pages here. Well, I need to put a little bit of glue on. Put the glue in the middle. Yeah, I'd like to be on a beach, but I'd like to be at a beach that is I like it warm, but I'd like to be on a beach that, you know, is interesting. Not just a sandy beach, but a beach that I can do things on. There. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll put too much glue on, but it's okay. It will slide off. Oh dear. There. Right, and then I'll put some glue here. And we'll make it into a little tuck area. Okay, let that dry, and then you'll be able to tuck something in. So this side, what I'm going to do is add something again, some paper. So let's add this. And I'll put the glue on there. And that gives, again, it gives more writing space. I mean, I'm just adding, aren't I, to it all the time. But, you know, that's good. It's giving us more pages. Brilliant. Okay, and then I'm going to just rip that. Grab my ruler, if I can find it. Where's my ruler? That's strange. Oh, there it is. Oh, everything's falling over now. Let's fold that in. It's just an extra little bit of paper that you can fold out like that. There. Right, so we've got, so let's see what we've got so far. Try and make that a bit straighter. We've got a piece of paper there to work on, and on this side we've got a little tuck area that we can tuck something into. More workspace there, so already it's growing. Yeah, I like it. Just throw. Just wondering whether to add that in somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to add that just because it's part of it, you know. Oh, I glues. See, I start off well and then I end up doing naughty things like gluing on my table without. Yeah, I like that. And then, you know, got those there. Lovely, love it. Okay, what else? See what we've got in here. Little robin. Don't think I want to use that though, but nope. I think, will these birds be too big? Oh no. We could have him going across the page like that. There's one already cut out there. No, it's two. That was the one I've just had, wasn't it? I've got that. I like that. Like that little guy, but he's on brown. He'd need to be on something a different colour. Just put these back a minute. I'm looking at that butterfly as well. I'm eyeing the butterfly up. Take that out. Oh, I should have loads of birds. I mean, I've got a fair few. See if there's anything in this pile. Nope. I think these are too tall. Don't. Oh, look at the little fat robin. Oh, I love him. Or her. Oh. Nope. Yeah, I think most of these anyway are going to be too big. Oh, I like that one as well. Sitting on the rock, might use that one. And the wren. But I think I'm going to use the one on the rock. Look at the mess I'm making. I'm going to use this, but I will cut him out. Now I know the rock won't be the right size, so but it, you know, I'll just cut it out for now and then. A sweet little bird. It's called a dipper. I've got the name of it right there. I'll probably write that on the page as well, just to so we can identify the bird. I always in the end I always go back to nature, because I'm just a nature lover, you know. I love nature, and most of my projects are nature based. I mean, I think most people love nature, you know, and like the nature based projects that we can do. Yep. Right, now let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to, now I'm thinking to put something behind him. What about that? Does that work? Or where's that yellow thing that I had? I had a piece of blue even. Oh, yes, because it's a dipper. It makes sense. He's sitting on a rock in the water. Right, well, what about that side instead? Let me see which side is best. That's nice. But I think I prefer that. So, where's my board? Here. Yeah, these are done. These are painted tissue, wet strength tissue paper, painted with. I've lost my bird. They're painted with emulsion. You know, the pots that you buy, that you get from your DIY shops. They're where they've got. I don't mind it being wrinkled. In fact, I like it wrinkled. Yeah, where you get tester pots for, and its emulsion is that sort of paint. For anyone who doesn't know, it's the paint that you would use on your walls or your ceilings. So it's water-based paint, and there we go. So that's going on there. I lost my bird. Ow! Oh, hurt my hand then. So that's going on top. Put little birdie on. And I only need to put a bit of this on. Just make sure I've got enough glue on the birdie. I don't know why I'm calling her birdie. We all love birds. I think. Most of us do anyway. I love him. Her. Him. Except I want him lower down. There. There. I'm gonna have to put some more glue there. Okay, yeah, definitely love that. And take the rest off. I can feel his little beak has come up underneath. Oh, it wasn't his beak, it was this. Oh, I love that. Oh, it was his tail as well. His tail, his beak, it was everything. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, that's so nice. I love it. Happy with it so far. So we've got this coming up here, and then we've got that page. We've got this page to work on. We've got a flip out there that we can write on and work on, and then we've got a little pocket here. You can tuck something in there. And I love this bird, my favourite so far. Right, let me see if there's anything that I can add to it. Because it feels a little bit stuck out there on its own, if you know what I mean. I might add something. Oh yes, I was going to write Dipper, wasn't I? Let's write Dipper. Dipper. Good. What else? Yeah, there's the rest of that paper, look. I'm trying to think what I did with it. I was doing something with it, obviously, but I can't think what it was now. I might put that there, you know. Sorry, can't see. So I was just thinking if I could put that there. Or that, actually I'll put that there, I think. yeah, let's put that there. Well, I definitely can't use it there, can I? I mean, I could put that over, but I just don't think it goes very well. So put it here, and then I think those two pages go well together. Could rip some more off. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Sorry, I was ripping a little bit off, but I've ripped probably too much off now. But what I want is a paper that you know, you can leave it like that, or you can write on, you know, the bottom, or you could collage. But I like that because those two, I think, you know, look good together. Like that. And then, so like I say, you could write in here. Right, so we've decorated some of the pages there. And I still have to find something for there, but you know, that can happen organically. It doesn't have to all be done today. So there's my first few pages, and this one in there. Oh, that's something that's missing a page. So is that it? No. It's here. No, it's not. What did I do with it then? There. Good. So, you know, it's going to be quite a thick book at the end. That? Yes. Let's use that. Yeah, you'll be up. Okay. I'm just wondering whether to just glue around the edges and leave it open, because I've tried before. Well, what I'll do is I will glue here, here, and here, and I'll leave it open. Like that. Don't know why that's not straight. Should be. Anyway, there. Cut the rest off. Like that. And then you've got, it will open up like that, but I'm going to have to put a bit more glue there and there. Now, I don't have to use it as a pocket, but if I put glue everywhere, I think it would have just crinkled off. Doesn't that look gorgeous? I love that. So, you know, I mean, there is an opening, but and probably best not to use it in that sense. Should maybe close it, but it doesn't matter. At this stage, anyway, I can close it later. Let's see if there's any other goodies in here. No, white background. I like that. Ooh, why would that be hard to yeah, I like this. This is going to go somewhere. I'm going to put it here, and then I will work around it afterwards. Oh, shall I ink it first? Yes. Ink it first, Julie. Sorry, I really hope I was in frame there. Well, I feel like I want a nice cold fresh juice. That's what I feel like, and I don't think I have any in. Pretty sure I don't. There, and then why isn't that sticking? You know, and then I can add in something else as well. Could put to Paris on there, but I'll use that for something else. Good, so that will go in there, and that goes in. There, does it? Or is it going there? There. So we've got, so far, we've made a start and we've got some interesting pages. So I'm happy with it so far. But I think that's going to be it. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, I love this. I love this one. But it would have to be on that way like that. But I am tempted because I love it so much. Yeah, I'm going to put that on. It doesn't matter that we have to turn it around. So what I'm going to do though is just rip it a bit better. I made a mess of that. There we go. I mean, it's still a mess, but I think it'll be fine. I don't know why now I've made it even worse, but it didn't feel right having, yeah, I'm going to have it like that. So let's pop that on. I've got to ink it first. I think with it being brown paper, it will stand out better if it's inked. You know, with that brown paper background. That's what I'm trying to say. I think, you know, you don't have to ink everything, of course you don't, but sometimes it really helps things to stand out and look good. Now, what I could do before I glue it on is just check that a paper background wouldn't be quite nice underneath, you know, to have. So like, you know, something like that, and then that on top. I think that would be quite nice, but I'm not going to use that because it's got flower on. So it's this. But it would need to be, no, I'm confused now on what I'm doing. I don't know if it adds anything or not. Just have to try these things, don't we? Sorry, I've gone quiet because I'm thinking while I'm just right. So I'm going to glue that on first on the heel. And there. And then I'll put this on top like that. Yeah. Okay, good. Good. I don't mind it not being said central. I think it's more things are more interesting when they're not. Yeah, I like that. I didn't realise I was doing it on that one though, but I like that. A bit different. Okay, cool. So we've got that, and then that needs something. Got those 2 pages with the flip out. Got that with a little pocket and a bird, like lovely bird there. Love that. Got a flip up there and that. So I think we're doing well so far. I'll show you the finished thing. Okay, so I'll leave it here, but I'm hopefully inspired you in some way. If I haven't horrified you with my table and the mess it's in. But these scraps, you know, this is how they get used up, isn't it? Even that, you know, could look nice at the bottom of there. In fact, I'm tempted to put it on. Yeah, I'll probably put that on somewhere, so maybe on the back. So there you go. So I'll leave it here. I hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, just packaging and bits and bobs that you've got left over. And I'll make a nice little journal that you could pop in to a journal, you know, that extra little bit thing, extra little thing that you can put in somewhere. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Take care everyone. Bye for now.